Righto, welcome guys to another video. This one is going to be a full walk around of this little weapon behind me. So this is a Vision RV VH16. It's an off-road hybrid caravan. I'm going to set it all up. I'm going to turn the camera around and walk you around and tell you all the ins and outs of it and just show you the layout, the features, the functions, where everything is, how much storage is in it, what sort of extras you get and all that sort of thing. So we have used this on one trip. I took the boys away for a little overnight camping trip up an off-road track and it performed really well. So I'm going to walk you around and show you all the inside, outside features. Let's get into it. Righto, so before I set it up, I will start here and just do a walk around of all the features, right? So it is a pop top. So there you go. You have got a nice low profile van and you've got the features for the pop top are these 4 over center locks. So you just unlock each one of these on the 4 corners and then all you have to do is open up this hatch and press the power button. So there is a roof button right here, up and down. So I'll go and unlock those 4 and then I'll press the up button and up she goes, mate. All right, ready? Here's the up button and go. You hear that? Up she goes. See if you can wander back there with the camera, mate. You'll see it go up. There you go. So we did time there. So I think it took about 30 or 40 seconds, I think, from memory. But this is how you get the roof up, mate. And then to get it down, all you gotta do is the same thing. Press the button, it comes down, go around and lock your 4 locks down, and you're ready for travel, mate. Pretty easy, eh? No winding, no in there setting up poles or nothing. This is it. It's like 4 little electric actuators. Must have a worm drive in there or something. There's 2 on the back of the van, 2 on the inside here near your queen bed. And up she goes. Got canvas all around the inside there and it's got all drop down zippered windows inside so you can let airflow in. Just about there. And done. Dunk, that's it. When the switch stops working, you hear it stop, that's it. Happy days. Righto, what's next? So I'll try and work this so like as if you were pulling up at a campsite. First thing you're gonna do is pop the roof, yeah, so you can get in and set up. Well, actually the first thing you're gonna do is level up the van. Now I'll get under and show you later, but it's got airbag suspension. So here's your controls here. You got passenger and driver's side airbag. So when you're on a slopey site like this, you can just bag one up, bag one down, and it levels out the van super easy. No more use for wheel chocks, ramps, all that sort of thing. Well, that's that bit set up. Let's start at the front of the van here and work your way backwards, and we'll do a full walk around of all the storage and features, eh? So up the front, it has got an off-road hitch, because it's an off-road hybrid. Yep. It has got a DO35 off-road hitch. I've used these lots over the years, mate, and they are an absolute wicked hitch. They're safe, right, because this thing here spins, the whole hitch spins 360, and you've also got pivoting this way. So you've got articulation for off-road and safety for if you ever roll the van, it's not going to take your car with you. Easy to hook up, nice and secure, and they've got an inbuilt handbrake on them as well, which is perfect. So extended drawbar on these ones, with a big front toolbox which houses gas bottles and a firewood rack on top. Now I'll quickly show you inside here, because not only does it hold your gas bottles, it also has jerry can holders. You got one there, one over that side, and then here, all these blue taps, that is your water fill manifold for your water tanks, your water pump and your mains. So there you go. You have got 3 big water tanks under here, and also a grey water tank which acts as a sort of black water tank for your composting toilet too, which I'll show you. That's in there. Big firewood rack on top. It's all Raptor coated, so it'll take a fair scrubbing in the bush, and a couple of big set of mud flaps, right? So the chassis is all galvanised too, all the way through. This jockey wheel is permanently mounted, so you just have to wind this up and down, and then you can pull this pin, and instead of it swinging away, the whole thing just lifts up into detents and it stays there permanently, so you're not going to lose that, which is pretty handy. Let's finish the toolbox off. On this side, you've got a hatch here for your water mains inlet, an overflow, and you've also got a shower side, so you can plug a tap in here and have a shower, hot and cold water. There is one of these on the other side as well, which I'll show you. And then on this, which you've got on both sides as well, is a couple of drawers. Up the top here, you've got a little storage drawer. I'll pull this one out, ready? There you go, there's your shower hose and handle there. That just plugs in. But you can store little knickknacks and that in there, like tent pegs and hammers and gear and maybe your impact driver and stuff. Little pocket in here for your poles and stuff. This one here is for setting up your awning, which I'll show you. And down here you've got either a fridge or a generator slide, or on the other side I'll show you. It's got a pretty cool little treat in there. But you've also got your breakaway system. You have got your Hydrostar, which is your hydraulic over electric brake controller. And then there's your airbag that runs your air compressor for your airbags. And there is an outlet here too, to air up your tyres if need be. Righto, let's go around the other side and show you what's in there. So it's identical on this side. You have got another shower fitting on here. And then on this side, you could either put a barbecue in there, hatches again up the top, storage drawers again up the top, but this one here, that is a 12 volt pellet smoker. Whoops. There you go. Now the lid for it is around the other side, but all you have to do is plug a cigarette lighter socket in there, fill it up with pellets, and away you go. It's great, mate. I'll put some footage in over the top of when we used that and cooked up some meals. It's a handy little treat to have on your camping adventures, but you could ditch that and just have a Weber barbecue there as well. You have got a gas bayonet fitting here, and also another one over here. That's for your outdoor kitchen. All right, let's put this away. All right. Righto, let's continue down the side of the van, and we'll start with this front hatch here. So this van has got a full external kitchen, so you're going to need a fridge, yeah? Out you come. Big ARB, I think it's a 96 litre zero fridge, so it's a massive slide. There you go. And it's a dual zone one, so you've got fridge one side, freezer the next. Over here you've got all your gauges, analog gauges, so you've got tank 1, 2, 3, and then your wastewater tank or your grey water tank. So you also always know what they're up to. Next hatch along is your kitchen sink. It's got everything and the kitchen sink. This one, you pull that out, it's already plumbed in, so you don't have to hook anything up. You just have to drop this little grey water hose out the bottom, and remember to tuck that away when you're finished. There you go, all stainless, hot and cold water, a little tap fitting there to do your dishes. This one here is just, oh, there's some cups and that in there. Kitchen storage, you've got one big drawer, two big drawers. There's an induction cooktop to plug in. Got a big inverter inside, which I'll show you. And then some outside light switches as well. You've got driver's light, boot light, passenger light, the roof, and then your passenger and driver airbags. Sweet as. Next one, this big dog. This one here is your outdoor kitchen bench and cooking. All right, so let's drop it down. It's really handy. Ooh. This is a big stainless, look at that, stainless covered bench, so it's good for food prep. And you've got a heap of pantry storage in here. So 1, 2, 3 shelves that slide along in through there. Come over here at the top, you've got dual USBs and a cigarette lighter socket, plus an antenna output, which you can run here. You can put a free TV. This one, you've got 3 shelves inside, just for extra storage, and a double power point right there, so you can run your induction cooktop or whatever else you want. There you go, just quickly, there's your 3 burner gas cooktop. That just pulls out, and it's you can just plug the bayonet fitting and pull that out there and plug it into the bayonet fitting, and away you go. 3 burner gas cooktop. Yoo! Righto, let's swing around the back. Hey, if you're wondering about the graphics, it's done by a bloke called Darren Dunn. Vision support a foundation called the Shoreline Foundation, which if anyone gets these graphics on these vans, $1,000 goes to the charity. So it's not a standard feature. You can just get the standard Vision stickers as well, but if you're wondering what the graphics are, that's what it is. It's beautiful, actually. The Shoreline Foundation encourages, I think it's career pathways for young Indigenous people, so it's a good foundation. I like the idea. Over the back, you've got dual spare wheel carrier on a big rear bar. Look at this, it's all integral to the chassis, all galvanised. Big stonker there, and the rails go up the back. I like them. Run good tyres, they're King off-road wheels, and they've got Mickey Thompson all-terrains on them, so it's good rubber. You've got a rear camera on this one, so you've got dual lens there, one facing down, one facing back. You can see what's going on behind you. Righto, a couple of big drop-down steadies on the back, so when you're pulled up, you can stabilise. There's a couple more on the front. Around this side, this is your grey water outlet, and if you want to run it into the grey water tank, all you have to do is shut that, and then your grey water waste tank will fill up. Crack that one to open it up again. Mains inlet, antenna inlet, so you can Plug your TV antenna into there. And there we go. Keep moving down the side. You've got lights on the offside here. You've got windows all the way around, which are really nice. I'll show you them on the inside. They've got good midgie mesh and good block out screens in them. And then over here you have your outlet for your gas heater. So it's got a heater installed in this one. This here is your instantaneous gas hot water. So there you go, that's pretty handy. You just flick it on, and then when you hit the hot water tap, that will come on. Storage hatches here, you have one. Open him up. Now this is optioned up with a gas heater in here. So that is the gas heater set up there. That is your air tank for your air compressor. There you go, and a bit more storage inside there as well. Another big hatch here under the bed. That's just storage, purely storage. There's your ground mat, some pellets for the smoker. There's heaps of storage there for chairs and a box of goodies and whatever else you want. You know, storage is king when you're on the road. We know that after 7 years. So there you go. Well, that's a quick tour of the outside. I'm going to crawl underneath now and show you the suspension before I jump in the caravan and give you a look at that, eh? Under we go. Righto, let's have a look. So, under here, I'll give you a look at that one over there. That is the Vision RV off-road suspension. So it's independent trailing arm suspension. It's off-road gear. It's got airbags and it's also got disc brakes. Let's swing around here. Can you see that one? You've got big disc brakes, so you've got a heap of stopping power. And you've got these big heavy-duty trailing arms that run on the airbags. So you've got lots of ground clearance, articulation and comfort, mate. Gives the van a nice, super smooth ride. There's the full galvanised chassis too, you can see all the way through. And all the water tanks have got like a galvanised protective sheet covering them. So you've got 2 in front of the axle and then 2 behind the axle. I like it. Righto, let's get inside. Righto, in we go. Let's open the door. Click that back. Now one thing I noticed it doesn't have is a screen. I don't know if that's an option or not, but there's no screen door on this one. You just open it up. Straight up the step and in. Now, I turned the aircon on before because it's bloody hot here. And it's got a Truma Aventa aircon in it that can run off the inverter, all right? Now, it's a great thing, but don't think you can run it full time. It's just a short-term option. Like, they work well and they do it easy, but they use a lot of power. So you're only gonna get a couple of hours out of it before it starts hurting your battery. And then, yeah, you'll sort of run the risk of not having power for your fridge and all that. But it is powerful enough to run your aircon and cool stuff down, all right? This is the inside. Let's have a quick scan. Plenty of room in here once you pop it up, all right? So let's start at this end. This is like your indoor kitchen sort of space, right? So there's no gas cooktop in here, but like I said, you've got an inverter. There's a power point here. You can run an induction cooktop if you've got bad weather, and you've still got a sink inside. You've got storage on top here for when you're pulled up and you've got the roof up, and you've also got all these shelves here. 1, 2, and 3. So they're a dual action lock too, which is good. You have to push them and then twist them to open. So they won't rattle open when you're on off-road. One thing I'll tell you too that you probably wouldn't notice unless you come and have a look at these things, all the cabinetry inside, it's not timber. It's all made out of aluminium sheet, and it's all either welded or riveted together. So there's no screws or anything to rattle loose. Like I haven't seen anything else built like this before. Even all the bed frames, everything's made out of aluminium. So it's pretty bulletproof. Like, yeah, I like it. It's a good idea when you haven't seen it before. You're like, wow, that's pretty cool. Why don't I do that more often? Righto, we'll click them up. This here is just cables that go up to the roof. So that's in a cable protector, so it can slide up and down. We'll lock these up. I'll talk about this switch panel here. This one here just runs step lights, air compressor, water pump. You got shower lights, cabin lights, and then there's a button there that says table release. Now I'll quickly show you that while we're here. So if you spin around, that there is a kitchen table. And when you press that button, you can pull this table all the way out, all right? So you can use this couch here as a dining table. Sweet as. Kitchen bench, fridge. You've just got a little 12-volt fridge in here. Fridge freezer, there you go. Means you've got heaps of food storage when you've got that, and take into account you've got the 96-litre jobby out there as well. Heaps more storage. All these drawers are the same. You push open and pull them out. They're massive. Look at that. You got so much storage in here. All right, come this way. Fire extinguisher, swing through here. This is your shower and toilet combo, okay? Oh, I haven't put the lid back on, hang on. I'll show you this while we're here. This is a composting toilet. So in there you've got buckets and you put a bit of sawdust and plastic bag in there. And then when you go to the toilet, number ones go down there, number twos go down here into the grey water tank, all right? And that's how it works. And then you just empty the bag and chuck it in the bin. You've got storage in here, a couple of cupboards, you've got lights, and then you've got your flick mixer shower there. You've also got, like I said, on the outside you can unzip all these and fold them down for airflow. They've all got midgie mesh inside, which I will show you. There you go, nice fine midgie mesh. So you can have all those down for airflow. Cool with that? So this is a double bunk, all right? You've got 1, 2 bunks, they're massive. I'm not sure how long they are, but I can fit on them no dramas. They're at least 190 centimeters long. They are huge, kids love them, super comfy mattresses. And then you've got where you got lights up here. You just press the button to turn all the lights on. And then you've got a whole heap of storage drawers underneath the bunks. So let's have a look. They're massive. They go all the way in. Lots of storage for the kids' stuff, for clothes, for extras. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And then I'll show you these ones quickly. These are the storage under the main bed. Look at the size of them. Hey? So there's 6 of those drawers, which means the missus gets 5 and the bloke gets 1 for undies, board shorts and singlets. That's how it works, isn't it? And then you've got a big east-west bed up the front there, which is a queen size, full queen bed up there, super comfy. Yeah, I've always had an issue with east-west beds. It's always a compromise that someone has to climb over the other one when they want to get up in the middle of the night. But I mean, in a hybrid that's off-road and short like this, you got to take the wins where you can, and you got a bit of a compromise there. You're gonna have to rock off for who gets the who gets the main side of the bed, which is this side. I reckon I'd lose that one. Just do it just quietly. All right, there you go. Fans. We've got lots of fans in here. We've got 1, 2, and 3 Sirocco fans, which are all 12 volt. And to finish off the bed space, you've got a big window either side. You've got reading lights either side, power points, and you've also got this little handy little storage nook down on one side. There you go. Now I'll quickly show you these windows. I reckon they're a good setup. Really fine midgie mesh. They're magnetically attached, or actually a little clip here in the middle. You clip that, and then you can just slide the midgie mesh up. If you want the full block out, you just lift it up and they click together. So it's nice and dark in the morning. I like them. I really like them. They're a good window, easy to use, and it's going to allow you to get lots of good cross flow breeze in here. So it keeps everyone cool while you're out free camping. Okay, so that's pretty much all the functions and features on the inside of this thing. I will show you under the seat, because this is where the power plant is, and I love it. I'm so stoked they use good gear, all Enerdrive gear. It's good stuff. Pop a couple of clips, pull this off. There's your couch, and then lift this one up. There we go. Here's your power plant. Look at this, mate. They use all good gear, all Enerdrive gear. I really like it. So this is a big 300 amp hour lithium battery. You've got an MPPT solar controller. So on the roof, I'll show you the flip side of this roof up here. There's a ton of solar on it. And it's got a huge load capacity, so you can put a rooftop tinny loader or as much solar as you want. So it's a good setup. Got a 40 amp DC to DC charger there, all your fuses. Then down here you've got a 60 amp AC charger, so you can plug into power and get that cranking. A couple of power points, isolator switch, and your inverter, which you can't see, is under the cooktop down there below another drawer or another bit of shelving. All right, so there you go, big system. You could fit even more battery power here if you want. You could run 600, and you've got plenty of solar on the roof to charge it back up. So awesome little off-grid setup. I really like it. Righto, the awning. So for the awning, you grab this pole out. It's not like a normal caravan awning, it's more like a motorhome awning, and you wind it out. Out she goes, look at this. Now I hope this works, because I've actually never done this before. There you go. I think they're a pretty good awning. I think if it's windy, you really need to tie them down, because they get a bit of a flap up How we do this, there we go. That can stay there. And then I think there's a couple of poles that go in somewhere. So that's how you wind it out. And then you grab these poles in here and they extend out and down like so. Here we go. And then you lock them off. Happy days. Alright, that's how you do the awning. Like I said, they're the type of awning you really want to peg down. So get some straps for them. Make sure you tie them down, it doesn't blow it over your roof, because that would suck. And there you go, you got a full outdoor kitchen that's undercover. Alright, that's the end, mate. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that. I really like these little vans. They're a pretty cool little off-road hybrid, mate. They're going to allow you to go to all these places where you can't tow a full-size van, and you still got plenty of functions, capabilities, little treats and tricks, you know what I mean? All your little appliances and stuff like that you can run off the inverter, and you're going to be able to get off-road, like super off-road with this thing. So I like it, I really like it. Any questions, comments, feedback, hit me up down below. I'll try and help you out. I've only used it once though, so I'm not fully up on it, on how they go over time. But you can always hit up the guys at Vision RV and stuff, and they will help you out as well. Anyway, that's me. That's the VH16. Catch you later, eh?